For years, the world's experts had a pretty clear consensus on India's future. They said it was a nation that was, well, simply too chaotic, too bureaucratic to build on a really grand scale. But right now, something is happening. India is in the middle of a national transformation so vast, so ambitious, it's forcing literally everyone to reconsider. And this isn't just about building roads and bridges, it's about making an impossible bet on the future.
And you don't have to look that far back to see where this idea came from. I mean, just a few years ago, this was the prevailing sentiment. In 2017, a McKinsey report bluntly stated what so many investors were whispering in boardrooms from London to Tokyo. India simply couldn't do it. That skepticism, it was baked right into the global financial system. The scale of the challenge just seemed insurmountable.
So that leads us to the central question of this entire story, right? Can a country where 800 million people live on less than $2 a day really pull off the world's largest infrastructure build? This is the core tension, a nation of 1.4 billion people with their backs against the wall, taking on a challenge the world told them was absolutely impossible. And the number behind this ambition? It's staggering. We're talking 240 billion US dollars. Now, to put that into perspective for you, that's enough money to buy the entire skyline of Singapore twice over. So this isn't just some plan on paper, it's a colossal financial commitment that completely spits in the face of that earlier skepticism. So how exactly are they pulling this off? Well, the mission begins with rewiring the entire nation from the ground up. It's about forging the new arteries of a modern economy, the physical connections that are going to carry the lifeblood of commerce and people all across the subcontinent. Okay, let's start with what I think is a silent revolution on India's railways. Now, these aren't your average passenger trains. Not at all. These are dedicated freight corridors. Think of them as super highways, but just for cargo. Twin arteries, one running east and one west, are being built to cut right through India's industrial heartland and fundamentally change how goods move. And again, these are not your typical railways. Nope. They're built for pure industrial power. We're talking double-stacked containers, cruising at 100 kilometers per hour with axle loads so strong they could carry military tanks. The goal here is nothing less than tripling India's freight capacity, creating this unprecedented, non-stop flow of goods. It's a total game changer. The change is just as dramatic on the roads. I mean, take the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway. Before, traveling between India's political and financial capitals took a full 24 hours, and often it was way more. Soon, it's going to take just 12. Imagine that. You could leave Delhi at sunrise and be in Mumbai by dinner, with zero traffic lights along the entire 1,350-kilometer route. Wow. All right, now for the dream project, the one everyone said was a total fantasy. India's first bullet train, connecting Mumbai and Ahmedabad. For years, critics just mocked it as being wasteful. But here's the thing. This isn't just a fast train. It's a technological leap. It's creating new economic hubs all along its route and signaling that India is now in the business of next-generation tech. And get this is happening now. By next year, nearly 200 kilometers of elevated track will already be built, and by 2028, the very first trains are scheduled for trial runs. So while all the doubters were talking, India was quietly building an undersea tunnel for these trains to thunder through at speeds the country was told it could never, ever achieve. But this transformation isn't just between cities. It's burrowing deep inside the cities, too. In Surat, a diamond-cutting hub that's racing towards 10 million people, a driverless metro is being built to move nearly 500,000 passengers every single day. And then you go to the mountains of Jammu, where just building a simple road is an epic challenge. And India is carving a metro from stone. Geography is just not a barrier anymore. Okay, so you've got all this incredible hardware, the trains, the roads, the metros, but it's all useless without a powerful backbone to run on. And this brings us to the real nervous system of this transformation, the energy and the digital platforms that are making it all possible. See, this isn't just about concrete, it's about code. The Smart Cities mission is basically creating a digital operating system for 100 of India's urban centers. Think of it like upgrading a city's brain, using AI to manage traffic, integrated command centers for emergencies, and digitized services for literally everything from birth certificates to waste management. And what powers these new smart cities? Well, by 2028, India is on track to cross 400 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity. We're talking solar farms so vast you can see them from space. This isn't just about going green. It's a declaration of energy independence for a nation that many thought would always have to depend on others.
So, what does all this actually mean for the economy? Well, for decades, high logistics costs have been like a silent tax on India's growth, eating up 14% of its GDP. That's double what you'd see in an efficient economy like Germany. The national logistics policy aims to slash that number down to 10% by 2028. The savings would be just massive. And how do they actually hit that target? With this, the Unified Logistics Interface Platform, or ULIP. Now, the simplest way to think about it is like Google Maps for all cargo in India. It's a single digital platform that connects 28 different government systems, letting you track every single container, truck, and train in real time. It's the digital brain designed to finally eliminate the country's physical bottlenecks. So, we've seen highways, railways, smart cities, and these incredible digital platforms. But what connects them all? I mean, how do 15 massive, seemingly independent projects become one single, synchronized system? This, right here, is where the true genius of the strategy is revealed. The answer is Gati Shakti. And this isn't just another project. It's the national operating system for all infrastructure. It's a digital platform that links 16 different ministries and over 1,200 layers of data, from roads and railways to pipelines and telecom cables, to make sure that everything is planned together as one single entity. You know how it used to be, right? Before Gati Shakti, ministries basically worked in their own little bubbles. Roads were dug up for cables right after they were paved. Ports were built completely disconnected from freight corridors. It was just so inefficient and wasteful. Now, with this master plan, every project is connected digitally. Every port syncs with the railways, every airport connects to the expressways, all before a single shovel even hits the ground. And the results of this synchronized approach, they're expected to be absolutely dramatic. By 2028, the goal is to deliver what seemed impossible: logistics costs crashing to 10% of GDP, freight transit between Delhi and Mumbai cut from 7 days down to just 3, and a huge shift of cargo from congested roads to efficient rail. This is nation-building executed with surgical precision. You know, when you step back and you look at the sheer scale of it all, you realize this was never just about engineering. This was about defiance. Every kilometer of expressway is a rejection of the word can't. Every smart city coming online is proof that poverty is not destiny. So the crucial takeaway is this: India isn't just building 15 individual mega projects. It's building one single connected economic machine, all orchestrated by one digital command center. The expressways feed the freight corridors feed the ports, and the entire system is powered by renewables and run by smart city technology. It's all connected. Which brings us right back to where we started. The world told this nation to accept its place, to, wait its turn. But India didn't argue. India just built. By 2028, when these projects all come to life, the conversation isn't going to be about whether India could keep its promises. The question will be a different one entirely. How did we ever doubt them in the first place?